Has a loved one recently died in your life and you're stuck with having to figure out what bills to pay? People are calling, hounding you with questions, and you're really at a loss of what to do. And on top of it, you're trying to grieve. If that's you, please take stock. Because here's a quick tips of what to do in that first 30 days. Allow yourself to grieve. Don't panic. Grieving is important. Here are some action items that you need to do beyond that. You need to contact some federal and state agencies to let them know that someone had passed away. The Social Security agency, Medi-Cal, and if there's were a veteran or spouse of a veteran receiving benefits, the VA. You need to contact the DMV and return the license of the individual. Don't drive the car until the registration and ownership has changed, but don't change them until you're confident that there's not going to be a probate. So make the car inoperable and active, contact insurance to stop paying those bills, and certainly don't drive the car, because that could be a huge liability to the estate. You want to protect assets, like get the keys to the car, keys to the house, change the locks to the house, the safe deposit box. Start collecting financial information. You might have to monitor the mail in order to do that, particularly if your loved one was still getting paper mail. If they were getting it on email, try to get access to their email, just not to send emails, but just to receive them and review them to get more financial information. Reach out to their CPA and financial advisor, and if you know if they had an estate attorney, estate planning attorney, reach out to them, because they're going to be good bastions of information because they worked with your loved one. They, of course, have records of that. They could key into some of that information. You're going to also want to look for legal documents. Certainly, if you were talking to a estate planning attorney, they might have copies, but maybe you can find the originals or copies around the house. Maybe you already know. Maybe they're on the computer if you can get access to the computer. Find those legal documents, because that's going to be important to instruct what the next legal steps are going to be. Is this a probate or is this a trust administration? Is it both? Are you in charge, or is somebody else supposed to be in charge? These are all things that you need to know. And when you find them, make copies so that you preserve them just in case something crazy happens, like a fire, crazy act of God moment. You just don't know what happens. And you don't want to be liable for that, because you could have taken steps to protect it. You're going to want to get a handle of the bills, what's going to be owed, as I mentioned, but be careful about what you pay off. Let them know that the person has passed away, and there'll be a grace period as far as when to pay things off. Credit cards, for example, don't pay them off right away. Talk to the estate department within the credit card company, because they might be able to offer a reduced amount in order to make a payoff in full. So a way to save some money. But contact the credit reporting agency to report your loved one having died, so that they can freeze their credit profile and nobody can steal their identity and strap the estate, the trust, the probate estate with any sort of fraudulent debt that might be on there. Last thing you need is finding out that there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that was taken out after your loved one passed away because of fraud. And lastly, if you find a will, I should say, one of the last things in the 30 days is to go file that will or lodge it with the Superior Court in the county in California in which your loved one was living when they passed away. That's a requirement under the law to preserve that. You'll get a copy, don't worry. Order death certificates an amount of 8 to 10 just to make sure that you have them. And if for some reason the coroner is delayed because there had to be an autopsy done, then you can get a certificate that shows proof of death, not necessarily a death certificate, so you don't have to wait weeks or months until a death certificate is issued. You can get it a lot faster, because you might need that to show banks or financial institutions, insurance companies, and when there's a beneficiary that's been designated in order to get access to funds. But they're going to need to see some proof of death. And lastly, talk to an attorney that has experience in probate and trust administration. This is not a journey you want to do alone. This is not a journey that you want to do it yourself. There's too many traps and pitfalls that if you step in them or cause problems, you yourself could be personally liable to the estate and the beneficiaries. And so you have a potential target on your back, and it's a liability to do it alone. So get help. My name's Kevin Snyder. I'm an estate planning elder law attorney. I do this for a living. My team has been able to help hundreds of families walk this walk, and we'd be happy and privileged to help you if you need the help. So if this video was valuable, check out our YouTube page. We have a lot more videos that might be helpful for you on this topic and others. In the meantime, continue to be amazing.